Weigh in on this. These demands from Christine Blasey Ford. First of all, it's not typical to get demands from an accuser in a situation like this. These are not reasonable. They're not in keeping with the tradition of how we serve justice in our nation.
Right. So it's not typical, as you said, to make demands on the U.S. Senate when you're going to testify before them. It's also that the particular demands are upending not just American law, but centuries of due process tradition, both in England and in America, right? The idea that you have the right to answer the charges against you, and in this case, Kavanaugh has no idea how to answer the charges until we hear more from Dr. Ford, because what she's given us so far in the public has been vague. She doesn't have a date. She doesn't have a time. She doesn't have a location. And how is Kavanaugh supposed to answer those charges? He's already told us and is willing to say it under oath that he does not remember anything like this. He categorically denies that this ever happened. Beyond that, what else is he supposed to say until we hear more from Dr. Ford?
Right, and I think we can tell, too, that the Democrats are making this into a political issue because we potentially have more information that's already, that Feinstein, for example, already knows. We have that letter. Feinstein has the letter that Blasey Ford sent to her 2 months ago, the one that Feinstein's been sitting on for 2 months. We don't know if there are more details of this allegation in that letter, but Feinstein continues to refuse to make that public, even to the other members of the Judiciary Committee.
Yeah, I mean, Feinstein has a lot to answer for, I think, in this whole situation that is now dragging in all kinds of people and has the potential to ruin multiple lives here. And whether or not Dr. Ford's allegations are true or not, which at this point, I don't see how anyone could know unless she adds something to what she's already said. It's he said, she said. He says he did. He denies it. She says he did it. But there's absolutely no way to corroborate this 36 years later. And so Feinstein has a lot to answer for in all of this. Throwing this into this confirmation battle in a totally political way, last minute, right before the confirmation vote, without bringing it up. She had the opportunity to question Kavanaugh under oath, on the record, in public. She also had the opportunity to question him in private or through written questions. She didn't have to reveal the name of Dr. Ford in order to do that. She asked absolutely no questions of him while he was actually available to testify, while we might have actually been able to conduct this in less of a circus. But she didn't do that. And so I think actually she might be the person who has the most to answer for in all of this.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.